Hi, I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm a specialist with distant, frustrated couples, and I help you turn your conflicts into opportunities for growth, togetherness, and unity. You can learn about working with me and joining me for couples therapy by heading over to wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com, and I can get you into my calendar. In this video, I'm going to talk with you about how I work with couples. So I use a very structured approach, and I use an eclectic approach. So I combine Gottman marriage therapy, which is an evidence-based practice. Research has been done on thousands of couples. I also use imago therapy, which is I've been trained by Dr. Harville Hendricks, and I also incorporate certified sex therapy informed professional trainings that I've taken. So I combine sex positive therapy with the evidence-based approach of Gottman marriage therapy and imago therapy. Now, when we look at couples, you come in, you meet with me, you and your partner and myself. We meet together for either 1 or 2 sessions, depending on what you need. And then I break you into individual sessions. So I meet individually with you for a session, and then I meet individually with your partner for a session. Then we come back together for couples therapy. What this does is it helps me understand your individual childhood life and the needs and wounds that happened before your marriage even began. These experiences from your childhood, having a parent who has narcissism, or having a parent who's highly critical and never let you have a voice or express yourself, or being sexually abused as a child, these play a significant role in me having the information I need to support you in developing a loving, connected marriage. So those individual sessions also set the groundwork for any time during our couples work together doing another individual session. Sometimes it can be very helpful to meet individually when there's an issue like a sex addiction or pornography addiction or a compulsive behavior like alcoholism, where there are triggers coming up. And all the work that we do in our individual sessions is focused on building a loving, healthy marriage. So it's never to pull away or support secret keeping. I also don't keep secrets. So if one of you is having an affair, secretly talking to someone else, hiding money, in debt, racking up credit card debt, going out having an emotional or sexual affair, I don't keep that a secret. It's very important in our work together for us to have a sense of trust, honesty, and security. Secret keeping creates dysfunction, and so part of my work with you and your partner is to promote function, health, reassurance, commitment, trust, emotional bonding, and validation, and we need an honest foundation to do that. As well, I combine imago therapy, which looks at our unhealed childhood wounds and how we bring those into our relational dynamic. So when you get triggered or you're in a power struggle or conflict, the intense emotions that you feel in that conflict often correspond to the desires to have your needs met. And those correspond to unmet needs from childhood that you wish your parents or caregivers did for you. So we start talking about that in a vulnerable way to build security. Gottman therapy is also about turning towards. So the turning towards skill is about learning how to be vulnerable and confide in your partner and talk with them about what you're experiencing in a calm, loving way, rather than pulling away, self-isolating, withdrawing, being avoidant, engaging in an affair, feeling rejected but not saying anything, and really perpetuating those patterns of shame and dysfunction. And so when you feel shame, when you feel hurt, when you feel sad, you turn to your partner and you say, I feel so much pain in my body right now. This is what I need from you. Gottman is all about turning towards instead of away, and also supporting a relationship based on trust and commitment. So I teach couples how to heal after infidelity and betrayal as well. And sex-informed therapy is all about talking about sex openly. A lot of times we grow up in a strict conservative or religious upbringing where sex is taboo. Sex is considered dirty. We're not allowed to express ourselves. We have to be the good girl or the good boy. We'd never learn about masturbation. We oftentimes find ourselves looking at pornography to try to get education about sex, but pornography is not sexual health education. It's just erotic material that is fantasy based, and it can be compulsive and impulsive and develop into an addiction. So I talk about sex in a positive, open way. It's really important to talk about what sex means to you, what feels pleasurable to you, and make sex something that isn't just transactional. It's actually an emotionally intimate experience. You and your partner can bond, can learn about each other, can be attuned, can have a beautiful, connected experience through physical touch, rather than avoiding sex or being in a sexless marriage, or rather than feeling sex is this thing that's just on the to-do list, or you have to do because you're married, and you don't have to do it, but it's better when it's pleasurable. And I help you talk about what it means to have a comfortable, loving, passionate, erotic, and pleasurable sex life. It's something that we never get taught about. It's something that we often carry guilt and shame around. So I open up that conversation for you. So I teach you skills to build emotional intimacy, emotional connection. I help you have uncomfortable conversations, and I bring a sense of playfulness and vulnerability. This is a safe place to cry. It's a safe place to let your walls down, to understand what causes you to go into that self-protection mode and pull away from your partner. I truly believe that we grow the most and we heal trauma, especially childhood trauma and neglect, in a romantic relationship. So, when you're single or by yourself, you're not going to get triggered. But the moment you have a conversation with your partner, or sitting in the car together in a long drive, or, you may get triggered. And that trigger inside of you, that intense emotion, is actually information. It's information that conflict actually means that you love your partner, that you care about them, that you feel something for them. And also, conflict is a sign that you two have an opportunity for growth, for a sense of understanding, for acceptance, for learning about each other's childhood trauma, and being able to appreciate and love each other more deeply. So I guide you. I kind of integrate these 3 models, and I give you a structured approach. So most of our work will be together as a couple. It's so important to have this weekly time set aside to repair after pain, repair resentments, repair after infidelity, to recover after conflicts that haven't gone well, and to start to really understand how to help each other feel appreciated, how to help your partner feel special, what you need to feel like you matter in a relationship. And I give you structured guidance and expertise in this area. I would love to help you and your partner break this cycle of hopelessness or confusion and insecurity. You should always be able to feel like you can talk with your partner about anything. And right now there might be some topics that are emotionally charged, or you've been avoiding because you don't want them to escalate into a fight. And so I would love for you to bring those topics to our sessions together, and we can tackle them as a team and help you feel a sense of togetherness and unity once again. My goal for you is to wake up every morning feeling excited that you have another day with your partner, rather than feeling like you have to spend hours at work avoiding coming home to your partner. I would love for you to be able to turn conflicts around and use them as opportunities for emotional vulnerability and intimacy, which paves the foundation for a passionate, erotic, pleasurable sex life. If you're interested in working with me, I would love to support you in building a loving, long-lasting marriage bond. You can head over to wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com to book with me. Or if you're on my website, just click the pink button right below this video. I'll send you a questionnaire to complete about yourself, and then I'll get you into my calendar for this week. Also, if you're looking for a free resource, I host the podcast, All Things Love and Intimacy. It's available on Spotify and on Apple. You can get to know my personality a bit more and also receive some free tips and skills that you can start implementing into your marriage for a stronger couple bubble today. I'm Katie Ziskind, Gottman Level 2 trained marriage therapist, imago therapist, also certified sex therapy informed professional, and I would love to help you shift out of the cycle of avoidance, frustration, and disconnection, and instead build emotional intimacy, connection, a meaningful bond, a strong couple bubble, and a beautiful sexual bond.